Welcome back to Drive Your Thoughts podcast. I'm your host, Master Coach Carrie Marshall, and it's time to go after those goals.
Yeah, whether ready or not, life's coming hard, no breaks, no stop. And if you put me on the spot, don't get it twisted, I never drop. If you feel a bit out of control and out the box, here's a way that you could drive your thoughts. Turn this podcast on, it's a lock. Carrie Marshall on the clock.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is going to be a really quick one, but I really want this to be fast and short today on this episode so that you can actually spend your time thinking and contemplating the things that we're going to talk about today. So I have these 8 thoughts that help determine your success. And what this is it's really a way for you to kind of do some self-reflection. I think that too often people are not doing enough self-reflection and they're not looking inward to get the answers for what is happening around them or intentionally creating the life that they want to lead. So today what I want to do is take you through these 8 thoughts. And I got these through Brendon Burchard. I love him as a mentor. He's been amazing. He has an app called Growth Day, and these were actually included as one of the prompts for our daily journals. And it really has helped me reflect on my life and really go back to the self-reflection. So I want to take you through these. And so what I want to do is I want to just kind of go over the 8 and then we'll kind of talk a little bit about them. So number 1, I am. Number 2, what if? Number 3, I must. Number 4, I want to feel. Number 5, what matters most? Number 6, I care about this because. Number 7, my intention for this is. And number 8, I want to become. So as we go throughout life, like I said, so often we're living day to day and we're not actually pausing enough to do some self-reflection, to ask ourselves powerful questions, because you will always find things come up if you ask powerful questions. So I am, now notice it doesn't have anything else included there. It is 2 words that starts off with you being able to reflect. So when you say I am, write down what comes up for you. And then notice if it's positive and powerful, or if you're kind of beating yourself up. So we want to be able to look at our mindset, and these are ways that we can actually see what's going on with our brain. So if I say I am, and I'm like, I am awesome, I'm doing good, things are great, I'm doing amazing. Notice that I'm okay, I'm positive, but notice if I say I am a loser, I am not worthy, I am not figuring this out. If that's what's coming up, then it's just very important for us to look at what we're telling ourselves. What if, this is kind of about possibility, what if I could make $1 million? What if? Now, once again, you're going to notice what your brain kind of is attracted to. Is it attracted to possibility, or is it attracted to this negative thing? What if the sky really does fall? I must. What are you telling yourself you must do? These are really important to see. And when we can start to make that list, we can go through and kind of push up against it and say, like, is that really true? I want to feel. If we can identify the feelings that we want, we can start to create the thoughts to create those. What matters most? This is important for us to know. I care about this because. Sometimes we don't actually know why we're caring about it. And so it's important for us to say, I care about this because. So right now, I've told you all, I'm helping a couple people write books, and I'll ask them, why do you care about writing a book? And so it's fascinating to hear the different things that come up for different people and how they're all very personal and individual. My intention for this is, if we don't have intention behind what we're doing, then I promise you're never going to get it if you're not actually speaking your intention out into the world. So I have some people that are writing books because they want to become an author, and they really don't have any intention for it to be like a bestseller. I have other authors that have the intention of being a bestseller on Amazon, on the USA Today list, and even on the New York Times bestseller list. And so intention is very important, because your actions are going to lead to what you're actually going to get. And so if you don't have actual intentions behind things, then you're never going to be able to set that up. The next one is I want to become. You know, when we're little, we're asked this question a lot. What do you want to be when you grow up? Well, then we grow up and we think that we have to stop asking that question. But I want to offer for all of us that this is a really good question for us always to be asking. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter what you're doing. I want to become. And so when you say that, then that can lead to, once again, your intention and what you're wanting. So I remember when I was getting certified as a coach, I told myself, I want to become a master coach. Well, that really drove my actions a different way than if I just told myself, like, I want to get paid to be a coach. That would have led somewhere totally different. So as we're looking at these questions, this is a really great time for you to start to self-reflect. What are you wanting out of life? Who are you becoming? Reflect on yourself, reflect on who you are, and know that if ever you see something that is not what you're wanting, you can absolutely go back and create it for yourself. I have something that's called the worst case scenario brain. My husband knows about this about me, but my brain really quickly loves to go to what could happen, possibilities, and there are always these terrible scenarios. So when I noticed this about myself, I thought, okay, this is just who I am. But I realized that through training my brain and actually kind of looking at and coaching through this, I could actually reprogram and download a new set of systems into my brain where my brain doesn't go to worst case scenario all of the time. And so sometimes we tell ourselves that what we have is just who we are, but I want to kind of offer that that's not true. You really can go through the system of figuring out how to do it differently so that you can become someone different. So now instead of having worst case scenario brain be my go-to, it's now like 3 or 4 down where I start with different things because of these type of questions and learning how to ask better questions to myself. So take the time now to go and do some self-reflection, write down these 8 thoughts that are going to help you to kind of get your brain going so that you can do some self-reflection today. Come and join me over on Drive Your Thoughts Coaching on Instagram, and we can really talk about why these 8 things are important, and we can talk about what came up when you started to do some self-reflection. I'll see you next time on Drive Your Thoughts Coaching. Thanks for listening to this podcast episode. If you're ready to get in the driver's seat of your own life, you can come and follow me at Drive Your Thoughts Coaching on Instagram, or come and see more ways to work with me at driveyourthoughts.com.
Yeah, whether ready or not, life's coming hard, no breaks, no stop. And if you put me on the spot, don't get it twisted, I never drop. If you feel a bit out of control and out the box, here's a way that you could drive your thoughts. Turn this podcast on, it's a lock. Carrie Marshall,